Hi guys, here we are in my kitchen. We're about to make super easy cauliflower fried rice. And before we dive in, I actually just want to, I'm going to flip the camera around and let you see my kitchen, even though you will see. Here we go, I'll show you actually. Here's my kitchen, little counter, my little stuff hanging, counter, bunch of stuff over there that I moved. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I want you to know you don't need to have a perfect kitchen. You don't need to have a super clean and glossy and fancy kitchen. But I do find it is very helpful to have an uncluttered kitchen. The only stuff on my counter is what I'm using right now. So here we go. I'm just going to explain a little bit why I wanted to do this. First of all, I find that one of the biggest reasons that people struggle with having fresh vegetables and delicious vegetables on a consistent basis is because they don't have a simple strategy of how to get it on the table fast enough. And so just like I put in the joke of like, oh, we're very ambitious when we're at the store and like, oh, this cauliflower looks so good, this broccoli looks so good, and then it sits in the back of our fridge for about a week before we toss it. And that's because once we get home, you're not just going to eat the cauliflower whole. You're not going to eat the broccoli whole. Like, you have to wash it, you have to cut it. If you keep kosher, you have to check it. Like, it's a lot of steps between actually getting it into your body. So one of the best tricks that I like to use is actually using frozen vegetables for a lot of reasons. Number one, because it doesn't go bad in the back of your fridge. I mean, eventually, maybe after 6 months in the freezer, but there's a lot more of leeway of time being forgiven that you can use it. The second reason is that it's oftentimes actually healthier than fresh. So unless you're going to the farmer's market and it was picked yesterday, or you happen to have a garden in your backyard and that's where you are getting it. My husband's here, say hi. And you're getting it fresh from there. The truth is that once the vegetables are picked or cut off the tree, whatever it is that you're getting, I guess it'd be a fruit if you cut it off the tree, but you get what I'm saying. That once it's disconnected from its source, it's losing nutrients all the time. And so, but when you get something frozen, they pick it right when it's fresh, or they cut it off right when it's fresh, and they freeze it immediately, locking in a lot of the nutrients. So while yes, fresh does certainly have an appeal, frozen also actually has a lot of things up on that. But even more so than that, I would say it's the fact that it makes it a lot easier, especially when it tastes good. So I'm going to show you now the easiest way to make this. I actually checked. I prepped because I love you guys and because I don't have someone here to help me. My little guy's at school today, so I couldn't have someone else hold my phone, of course, while I chopped it up. But you can do that probably in about 5 seconds. That's just chopped up onion and chopped up garlic. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that I peeled that garlic? No, I didn't. I bought the pre-peeled. Because when I didn't buy pre-peeled, I would always just buy the garlic and then not use it. But garlic is delicious and really healthy. So now I always buy it peeled and then I use it all the time because now it's really easy to use. Okay, so here we go. Flipping on the flame. Here we go. I have cast iron. Cast iron is great to cook with. You don't have to use cast iron if you have something else. That's fine. See, my thing's a little wet. It doesn't matter. It's okay. I'm putting in... I'll write you guys the recipe later. I'll post it. But here's a bunch of olive oil. You see the one I have? It's the one from Costco. Organic extra virgin olive oil. I recommend this one above even the fancy ones at Whole Foods. Not just because it's a good price, but also because it's been verified that it is actually olive oil, whereas a lot of other olive oils are, they say they're olive oil, but then when they get tested, they're not. It's mixed with other stuff. Okay, so I'm putting into the oil right now. I'm just dumping it in. Let's see. I'm trying to do this by myself, guys. Wish me luck. Okay. Okay, it's in there. I should have had it heat up while we were doing it. That's okay. Okay, so I have it on high right now. And you actually do want to have it on high because we're gonna put the frozen stuff right in. So I have it right now. Oil with our garlic, our onion. I'm gonna put a little salt. I just have it in the container. See, my salt is pink. It's because I use pink Himalayan salt. There are other good salts. Celtic sea salt is also really good. But any unrefined salt, which basically means a salt that has color naturally occurring still in it, is really good. And so I'm just kind of stirring this up, not because you have to, but just because you're waiting. I want to look like I'm doing something. Okay, so look, see how that's getting nice and hot and it's starting to fry? Now, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me questions. Okay, now I have my organic rice frozen cauliflower. It's not defrosted. It doesn't matter. You don't have to defrost it. I am punching it because it gets sometimes stuck. And now I'm just gonna, it's hard to do this with one hand, guys. Be proud of me. Be impressed. Let me see. Hold on. I'm just gonna put you guys down for 1 second. Can you see me? Look at that. You can see me. I can see you. Okay. See, I'm just cutting the bag open. Just like that. Doesn't matter. It's not defrosted. I didn't plan this in advance. I mean, I did plan this in advance, but in general, I don't. Okay, so now, here we go. Let me flip it. Okay, here's our pan. Stuff's getting hot, and it's frozen. And look, I'm just dumping it right in the pan. I'm not defrosting it first. I'm not parboiling it, whatever that means. I know what that means, but, okay. Now we can chat for a second. I'm stirring it. Can you see that? Stirring. I am going to make you guys real videos soon so you can see me and the food at the same time. But okay, I'm putting, the other reason I really wanted to make this for you is also because it comes out so good, and as you can see, it's so easy. But surprisingly, I've had it at quite a few people's houses, and it tasted really bad. So I don't know what they did or didn't do, but as easy as it is to get it right, apparently it's easy to get it wrong too. But what I'm doing, so I'm just putting salt in now, more salt for the cauliflower. Now I'm adding in, see that? Organic no salt seasoning, a blend of 21 organic spices and ingredients from around the world. This stuff is amazing. I use this basically anytime that someone else would probably put like a bouillon cube. I use this, and it just adds depth of flavor, but it's just real food. It's just dried herbs. I get that one from Costco. You can get the same thing from Trader Joe's. It's called 21 Seasoning Salute. I might even have some right now. I'll tell you. It's not organic from Trader Joe's, but it does the job. So I'm stirring that in, and I'm stirring in. Here we go. You see that? Turmeric. Turmeric makes it look beautiful instead of, I find all the times I've had it at people's houses and it didn't taste good, it also didn't look good. They didn't add any turmeric or anything to make it colorful, and so without that, it's just kind of this like off-white gray color, way less appealing. But when you add turmeric, suddenly it becomes beautiful. And that's what we want, because nothing can taste that good when it looks gross. No one wants to eat it. Okay, so here we go. See, I'm just stirring this. And I have it on high flame, see? High. It's on a high flame because I want it to cook fast, and because I want it to keep the moisture out. Hi, Abby. Hi, Esther. Hi, Huda. Hi, Jennifer. So glad you guys are here. Okay, so that's just cooking there for a second. Now I'm going to leave it on high, and in a minute I'm going to put in also, can you see what this is? Organic chopped spinach. Also frozen, because then I didn't wash it, and I didn't chop it, and I didn't check it, and I didn't even defrost it, as you can tell, because I'm still smashing it so it comes out in small pieces. Okay, I'm back over at the thing, and I'm pushing this to the side. And I'm just going to dump some of this in. Yay! Look at that. So many vegetables. Happy together. Okay. I'm going to kind of cover it. This doesn't really matter. You can do it in any order you want it. But I just trying to get the part that's still frozen closest to the fire. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but it makes me feel like I'm being useful. Okay. But isn't that looking pretty? I don't know. Is the lighting good for you guys? Can you see that? Is it better if I turn that on or off? I don't know. Okay, so when we're done, I'll put it on a plate so you can see how pretty it looks. Okay. I'm going to actually even add some more spinach because I like the spinach in it. Sorry. And then I find that I crave a lot of greens. Plain frozen spinach isn't particularly appealing, but when you mix it in with this, it is. It tastes really good and it looks really good. And the cauliflower keeps its crunch actually, even though it's frozen. But because I cook it on a high flame and it cooks fast, and I don't like leave it cooking here forever, it stays kind of crunchy. Okay, I'm going to add a little more salt because there's a lot of vegetables in there now. You may want everything to taste good. When it tastes good, then you eat it. And if it doesn't taste good, then you don't. And you don't care how it is. Okay. See? Looking good. Who wants to come over for lunch? Too bad. I'm having a client in 45 minutes. You can't come over. But you can come over after. Okay, now, see I have these shredded carrots. Did I shred them? No, I did not. I bought them that way. It was like 70 cents. Now I just drop it in. Honestly, I don't really care about the carrots. It's not like they're adding so much extra nutrition, but it looks really pretty. It makes me want to eat it more when I see it and it looks pretty. So because of that, I added. See? How much more appealing is that? Doesn't that look fancy? Doesn't this look like something that you would get at a restaurant and be like, wow, how did they make it? It looks so good. Now you can make it at home and you'll feel so important. You'll feel like someone's taking care of you because you have this yummy, healthy food. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to add in, how good does that look? Guys, we're professionals. Is a little bit of organic frozen corn. Corn is not something, sorry that light's kind of blocked. I am not a stickler to have everything organic all the time. I try to, but I don't go crazy about it. But corn is something I go crazy on, but I won't buy corn if it's not organic because otherwise it's all GMO. Okay, you can't really see that so well. The colors kind of blend in, but I just add a little bit for sweetness and like kind of changes the consistency up a little bit. The pieces are bigger than just the plain cauliflower pieces, and just adds like a little sweet kick to it. Okay. Now, if you just want to have it like this, as just a vegetable dish, you can. And I do it like this all the time. If you've made this and now you're like, man, I really want to just have this for lunch, but there's no protein in it, and I really want protein, then what you can do, and what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to put some, hi Bayla, hi Adasa, guys, more people, have fun. Okay. I'm going to turn the fire down, because now it's pretty much all cooked, so like a 3. I'm going to move half of it off. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to add scrambled eggs to it now so that it's like real fried rice from like a Chinese restaurant. This one's not really a Chinesey flavor, this one. I have one that I do sometimes, it's like a little Chinesey, but this one's the easiest, and this was the one that I was in the mood to eat, so that's why we made it. And it's my show, so I get to do that. Okay. Okay. Next time, if you guys have specific requests, you can do a different flavor. Okay, so now I'm just putting it to the side, because I don't want to make more dishes just to make the scrambled eggs. I can make it right in here. So I'm adding in more oil. Olive oil is really healthy, so I don't mind adding more. I'm not nervous about that oil. Oh, look, there's only one egg left. That's okay. Okay, look at that. One-handed craft. You like that? Okay. So, scrambling it up real fast. And then, just gonna carry it over here and pour it in. And kind of scramble it. It'll probably get stuck to the bottom of the pan a little because the oil didn't really have time to get hot. But that's okay. I don't care. You don't have to care either when it happens to you. You can tell yourself good enough is good enough, and it is. One of the things I actually like to tell my clients is that you should go for the silver. Don't go for the gold. because especially when it comes to nutrition, people like to make themselves crazy. And they'll say, like, they'll be like, oh, I try to eat organic, but then I go to the store and they don't have it organic, and then I come home and everything I bought was too difficult and I just eat chips. Because they made it too hard. You have to make it easy. So don't go for the gold, go for the silver, meaning get something good, but make it easy. Make it easy on yourself. Let yourself succeed. Don't put those stakes so high. Okay, look at that. Now I have lunch. How long did that take me? I don't know. 7 minutes at most? Hi, Shawnee! Guys, my friend Shawnee's watching, and I haven't seen her in person in like 10 years. Since we were in Israel. Okay. Okay, here we go. And that's going to be my early lunch. It's only 10:15 for me. But I have a client coming over, and it's going to be a 3-hour session. So I'm eating now. So, if I would have been thinking, I would have put it on a prettier plate for you guys. But oh well, you get to see the real thing. How often is it on a pretty plate? You tell me. Not as often as the paper plates. Okay, now I'm carrying it to my table. See my pretty table? I like my table. Okay, there it goes. There it is. And we have cauliflower, we have spinach, we have carrot for color, we have good fat in there, we have protein in there. Oh, you know what? Let me tell you something, one more thing. Oh wait, you guys are making comments and I can't tell. Why can't I tell? It says you guys are commenting and I can't see. Swipe left to reveal the comments. I don't see any comments. Whatever. I love you guys anyways. Okay. What I wanted to show you, because people ask me this all the time. They're like, oh, but eggs, should I be worried about the cholesterol? And the answer in short is no. However, you should be getting really good eggs. See these ones? These are not the only good eggs in the world. There are lots of other good eggs. These are the ones that I buy the most. Trader Joe's, cage-free, dark yolks. That's why I get it. Look at it. 3 times the folic acid, 5 times the vitamin E. I also get it because they're white, and so they don't have a bunch of blood spots. Now you get to talk to me. Hi, guys. Okay, so I get those eggs because they don't have a lot of blood spots ever. Like, I've been buying them for 7 years. I don't know if I've ever found a blood spot in there. And they're really good for you, right? So if one of those eggs has 20 times the vitamin A, the vitamin D, the vitamin K as like a regular egg from whatever supermarket. And that's because depending on what the chickens are eating, that determines the health of the egg. It's really dark in here, sorry. Okay, anyways, I'm about to eat. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And feel free to make this yourself. Enjoy. And I really want you to see that, you know, eating healthy is really, it's very doable. So it makes a profound effect in your health in pretty much every area. I know a lot of people are shocked when they read my testimonials. I've had quite a few people tell me, like, are they really true? Is that really true? Did that really happen? Did that person really have all those amazing things happen? And yeah, they are true. I have maybe a handful of people that are willing to put their name on it because a lot of times, you know, they're very personal issues of a person struggling with fertility or has horrible PMS or, you know, whatever, heartburn. People don't like to be like, hey, I had horrible heartburn and I couldn't have kids for 5 years. People don't like advertising that on social media. But the food that you eat has a profound effect on your health. And I see that for my clients, that where they get stuck is 2 things. Number one, they don't know the biggest thing that's going to make the difference. And that's why they hire me. But the other thing that's huge is even once they know, if you can't figure out how to do it easily, it's not going to happen. Like, unless you have like a live-in chef, which if you do, then God bless you. And I envy you in the best of ways. And I aspire to be in that position. But regardless, we want to keep it easy because if it's easy, it's doable and you'll do it over the long term and you set yourself up for success. So I love you all and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.